All right, welcome to week 2. Hopefully things are going well for you. I just wanted to check in and make a few quick little announcements. Um, One thing that's popped up is a couple of students have had challenges with the virtual lab, number one. The difficulty it seems to be a technical issue. Um, as far as we can tell, Google Chrome is probably the best web browser to use. Um, so if you're having technical difficulties with it, it could be the browser. So try that first. You want to do Google Chrome first. Um, there is, just as a reminder, there is a 1-800 number you can call for technical issues that you might be having with Alex. So I have it here on the um, syllabus. The support number is 800-258-2374. They do have limited hours. They're not open on Saturday. They are open on Sunday, but they're open a little bit later in the afternoon. So, um, in any case, you can call them if you're having technical difficulties. Okay. So, hopefully you finished up the math review. And I did want to make a point just as a reminder, because people sometimes ask me this question, I haven't heard it yet. If you're doing an Alex homework assignment and for some reason you're not able to complete it by the due date, so let's say, for example, the math one, you got 10 out of 12 done, but you ran out of time, there is a possibility of going back to work on work that you haven't finished later. The way that works is once a due date passes, the next assignment becomes mandatory. You have to work on the next assignment. So right now that would be chapter 14, kinetics. So for that, what will happen is it's going to force you to work on chapter 14, or at least that's typically the way it works. Once you start working on chapter 14, if you complete that early before its due date, then what happens is any previous homework that you didn't complete, it now becomes available, as does problems that you actually did complete that you might want to review. You might want to do some more of it. Okay. So that's only if you complete the assignment early. So if an assignment is due Sunday night, you would want to finish it, maybe a day early. And then that would give you a day to work on the earlier subjects that you didn't finish. Okay. So I say that because there are occasions when you may not be able to finish all of them in time. But in general, you want to meet these due dates. You want to have them finished within the time that's indicated on the syllabus. Okay. And the Alex calendar. Okay, so chapter 14 then is probably what most of you are working on right now. So I just want to put a reminder that there are videos you can watch on YouTube, a lot of videos about kinetics. Okay. Um, I highly recommend that you watch videos when you're doing these problems. Okay, they can be pretty helpful for seeing how to do some of the problem solving. Okay. If there is a particular problem that you can't find any work on the video regarding it and you need some help with it, just get in touch with me. I can probably make another video, a short one anyways, and put that in there to help you out. Okay. Again, let me put up my reminder here about getting in touch with me. The best way to do it is just text me some way. And I check my texting every day. Okay. Anything else? If you want to meet with me during an office hour, we can arrange that. We just get in touch with me. We can do a Zoom meeting. So that's certainly a possibility. And, there will be that first exam coming up for chapter 14. Um, let's bring it over here. Okay. So chapter 14 is due March 24th. So 13 topics. Students generally find chapter 14 to be one of the more challenging chapters because there's a lot of math to it. That's why I gave you the math review to take a look at that. Okay. Um, your first exam will be due on March 24th, so that'll be on chapter 14. So a couple people have, or at least one student has asked me about the exam. What's a good way to review? The best way to review for the exam is to just kind of review those homework problems for that chapter. So if you can do those homework problems in that chapter, you'll be fine for the exam. The exam is usually pretty short. It's usually 5 or 6 questions. They are calculation based because they're just like, very similar to the problems that you're doing in the homework. Okay, so do as much of the homework as you can. Um, review the homework. You can look at earlier problems that you've done on once you get credit for finishing a topic, you can still go back and do that topic more for practice. It doesn't mean you're not going to get punished in terms of your grades or anything for doing it and then getting it wrong again. And you might, it's good to review the kind of work you're doing. And then again, let's a reminder about we have virtual lab coming up again, dude. This will be the second virtual lab as well. I did want to make one more announcement about these written laboratory reports. I'm probably going to push these deadlines back a little bit further because I did want to give people a couple of weeks to really get situated with doing the virtual labs and doing the homework and all of that. I wanted to prioritize that for right now. So the first one for kinetics is due March 31st. That's going to most likely get pushed back into April. Okay. So all next week, I'll make an announcement about the changes to that. So you won't be having to do the kinetics in the month of March. Okay. And that's pretty much it. So like I said, reach out to me if you have any questions or comments. And good luck. I hope everything's going okay. Take care.